the splendor of the King, clothed in majesty. Let all the earth rejoice, let all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide. Trembles at his voice, trembles at his voice. Now great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God, and all will see how great is our God.
Brian, owner of the Farmboy up here. I just want to start off by saying thank you everybody for showing up and showing your support. What Inslee is doing is not right. If you're going to come shut my restaurant down, Inslee, this is for you. I want you to come and tell all of my employees and their children that they don't have a job anymore. Do you have the heart to do that? I don't think so. The support that is shown through the community shows me that I am doing the right thing. The science doesn't back up what he's doing. If he can show me scientific data to prove what he is doing is right, I will close, but he can't. Sorry, guys. Thank you guys. We appreciate all you do for us. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, just seeing all this support just really warms my heart. You know, it tells me that we are doing the right thing.
Yes!
Everybody, all the restaurants, anybody out there that owns a restaurant, bar, any small business that's shut down, please open up.
Open up!
We need to open Washington up. Washington is dying. No, not the corporations. Okay, and I got another question. Why isn't Walmart in contempt?
Exactly.
For having over their limit? Why isn't Costco in trouble for putting their employees in danger? They see way more people than we do here.
How about the airlines?
Casinos!
Casinos! Yes, airlines, everything. You know, if you donate to Inslee, you are safe.
That's right.
If you're a big business, if you're a big corporation in the state of Washington, you're okay. You can do as you please.
Yep.
But if you're a small business that relies on every single dollar that comes into it to operate, to pay for their employees, you know, we don't matter? No, we matter. Every single paycheck matters in the state, in the world. It doesn't matter if you're a 15-year-old kid trying to make money to buy a car. You are essential. Every single paycheck is essential. Not one single person on this planet can tell me or you that you are not essential. We need to stand up to this tyranny. What we are doing here at my restaurant is not political. It is strictly survival. Strictly survival. If you want to come and pay my bills and all of my employees' bills, feel free to. I will close my doors. But until then, I'm going to keep going. We have to keep going. I have 3 kids I have to support. You know what happens when I don't have a job? I can't support my children. I have to rely on the state? No. No. Not going to rely on anybody but myself. Anything that I have earned it. Just like everybody here. We're not going to rely on a government handout. I want to work. I want to work. I want everybody to work. I want everybody to pay their bills, pay their rent, pay their power. Yeah, just because you can't get kicked out till March now doesn't mean you won't get kicked out and you're not facing all that money that you did not pay for your rent. That is what these people are not understanding. They want to kill us. They want to kill all small businesses. Let's not let them do that. All small businesses open. Tomorrow, today.
Yes.
Do it now.
Woo!
Together we stand, divided we fall.
Don't tread on us.
Do not tread on us is correct. To everybody here, I love you. You are my family. The community is what we are all about. If we were not opened, we could not have sponsored families for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. We would not be able to just do all the things that we do. My memory isn't so good, so I can't quite remember everything, but I just want to say thank you and I love you all.
Woo!
Let's hear it for Brian again, to have the courage to stand up. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Next up, we have Brent from Brock's Bar and Grill out of Woodland.
I'm not really a speaker, but Joey, we had a rally at our bar yesterday. We opened up, and
Yeah! Woo!
the support was phenomenal. So I know in my heart I'm doing the right thing.
Yes.
You know, we're just trying to give other bars, restaurants, courage to do the same. A little background on me. Right out of high school, I enlisted in the Marine Corps. Okay, I rose my right hand and I vowed to defend this country and this Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So I went to Desert Storm. I know the price. I paid the price for that flag. I watched friends die. I know what it costs. Freedom is not free. You have to fight. And I'm standing here today to fight for my freedom to be a business owner, to have the freedom of choice, to live my life the way God created us. So, you know, it's a battle that you can't win on your own. It's great to see all you people out here, but we're willing to fight that fight. You know, we know freedom comes with consequences, and we're willing to pay the consequence because we believe in our hearts it's right. You know, and I see all these people, you know, they're like, we had an indoor rally and everybody's like, well, ain't you worried about being a super spreader? You know, well, we are a super spreader, but we're spreading the word of freedom.
Yes.
We're spreading
Woo!
the
Truth. Yes.
message. You know, and we're spreading the word of freedom of choice. It should be a person's choice whether they want to go somewhere or not. And we're the last generation to fight this fight. I mean, the college kids on down, they just had it pounded into their heads that this liberal way is the right way and everything. And I think about it when I walk into all these stores and I see this social distance, social distance. They might as well just throw the word distance away and add an ISM, because it is, it's socialism. And we got to stand up and fight for it. So, you know, may God give you the courage to fight. May He give you the freedom to live your life the way you want, and the strength to just beat this shit down and put it back in the box and move on.
Yeah.
So,
Woo.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brock, for having the courage to stand up.
Yes.
All right, folks, next up we have Joey Gibson from Patriot Prayer. Okay, first of all, these lockdowns they're not intended to stop the spread, okay? If they actually want to stop the spread, why would they force all of us to go into a few stores, right? All of us have to go into a Walmart or a Safeway instead of spreading it out. Like we heard earlier, Inslee has not given us one, they talk about science, right? He has not given one piece of evidence that restaurants and bars are the cause of spread of COVID-19, okay? Not one piece of evidence. We know exactly what it is to destroy this economy, is to destroy small business. And I'm here to tell you, I want to say something. This came on to me the other day when I was praying about this. This is an act of war on the people.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not here to fight with the government. We're not here to fight with the government. The government brought it to us, okay? This is an act of war. I want to talk about some of the things that they did. The fact that some of these governors literally banned hydrochloroquine, okay? That was an act of war. People's lives could be saved by using that because of the political reasons behind that. When you have social media and the media colluding together to do things like to censor hydrochloroquine or to censor doctors who want to talk about their actual experience, they're doing that as a power grab that is an act of war, okay? We have to come to this understanding. We have to understand the fact that these people, okay, while they're not firing guns yet, this is an act of war on the United States Constitution and on all of you guys, okay? You got to take that to heart. You need to admit that fact. Admit that fact, because it is the only way that we'll be able to go forward. The one thing that I feel like when I was praying the other day is that we are in occupied territory right now, okay? Especially in Washington State, Oregon, California, especially with the voter fraud. Think about that. They use the Dominion servers here that you've seen across the country with massive amounts of evidence of voter fraud. So I want you to think about that. They're saying that your vote doesn't matter, okay? That's occupied territory. Inslee is not the governor of Washington State. I know that in my heart. I know that in my heart. Washington State, it does not believe in these lockdowns. I know that in my heart, okay? I believe that Washington State is very conservative, but they've been pushing this lie on us for far too long. This is what I'm saying. And if you got to go home and you got to pray about this, okay? You got to ask God if you agree with what I'm saying right now, that we are in occupied territory, that this is an act of war on us. These politicians have sold out to China, okay? They've sold out. The media sold out all of them, okay? So, if you know that fact, if you know that there's an act of war on the American people, that we're in occupied territory, and you know that in your heart, then you have no excuse than to get up and to get out and fight in a peaceful way right now, okay? You have no more excuses right now, because we're on the clock, correct? We're on the clock. If we wait too long, if you wait too long to get involved, if you wait too long to open up your businesses, it will be too late. I've said this a million times, okay? But it's very important because I don't think people realize this, that if this economy crashes, right, small business is destroyed, the middle class is destroyed, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. The government runs us, they own us, because we're gonna have to rely on them for food, for money, correct? They don't like how independent we are. This is why they despise the Second Amendment. Is that right? China cannot take over this country because of the Second Amendment, but they're doing it through our economy, okay? And they're laughing at us. I've said this so many times. They're laughing at dumb Americans that literally bought this lie and seriously closed down, okay? Inslee said we voted with our compliance. It's time to stop voting for Inslee, okay? Stop it. Stop it. If you believe these mandates are BS, if you are against these mandates, prove it with your actions, ladies and gentlemen. Prove it. Stand tall. Because the thing is that compliance will be the downfall of this country, right? But we got to do it together. We got to do it together. I want to talk about this real quick. This act of war they're doing right now, this is an act of war what they're doing to Farmboy. Okay? Think about that. That is an act of war. They're coming in and saying that he's not allowed to run his business. This judge, this traitor, okay? This traitor told him that if he does not close down his business, he's going to go to jail. Okay? That is an act of persecution. They're doing this not just to shut down Farmboy, but they're doing this to send a message to everybody else, okay? I want you to think about this persecution that they're bringing on Farmboy right now because he decided to take a stand. But here's the thing. They're hoping that will scare other people, but that only works if he stands down. Okay? And they made the brave decision. They're willing to go to jail. They're willing to face the consequences, okay? The thing is, if they continue to stay open, okay, what it says is we don't recognize unconstitutional court orders, period. End of story. We recognize the United States Constitution, period, because that is the law of the land. Is that right? Yeah. So, they're calling out his bluff. Think about that. They're calling out the judge's bluff. They're going to stay open and they're saying, arrest us. Come on, come and arrest us. What a beautiful thing. See, this is the thing. We don't need people to talk anymore. We don't need people who say they believe in freedom. We need freedom fighters. And what they're doing is they're fighting for freedom for each and every single one of you. So you better be thankful because they are becoming a target. They're putting themselves out there. They have a court date tomorrow. Okay, we'll see what happens. And I know they got some more legal help. But there's the thing about persecution. It only works if we bow down to it. Right? Otherwise, it inspires people. That was the thing that Martin Luther King understood. They had everything going up against them, okay? And they knew the only peaceful way to go forward was to go into, instead of running and hiding from the persecution, right? From the far left areas, the most racist areas, they went straight in there, okay? They went straight in there and marched in there so that people can see what the persecution was like. And if you think about when they went into the restaurants, okay? They went to the dinings. Think about that courage to go in there and to simply sit there while they beat on them, right? While they beat on them. That was them facing the persecution, right? Straight up. They did not run from it, and that inspired people. We are going to have to face persecution. We cannot run from it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We can only run for a certain amount of time until they come knocking down your door. Do you understand that? So the time is now. The time is now because, like I said, we're on the clock. The persecution of Jesus is one of the best examples because they did everything they can to try to convince him to recant everything that he said, that he preached, right? They tried to get him to kiss the ring of the Pharisees, and he refused to do it. He knew what they were going to do to him, but instead of running from that persecution, he went straight into it and through it. And through that process, when they put him on that cross, he freed the world, okay? Through that persecution.
Amen.
Right? We don't have to be afraid of persecution, ladies and gentlemen. Understand, it is a blessing. It is a blessing because it shows what you actually believe in. It shows where you actually stand in life. The example that I always give is the pastors and preachers, they close down their churches with a little bit of persecution, okay? It exposed them for who they really are, right? We have a lot of churches that close down because they got the loans. And they signed a contract saying that that the loans will be forgiven if they follow all the mandates of Inslee, okay? So they all closed down, right? It exposed them. This is what I'm saying though. Embrace that persecution, ladies and gentlemen. I'm asking you, and this is a beautiful thing that we see right here from Farmboy, okay? And I was scared because a lot of people were discouraged last week, right? After that court hearing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. A lot of people were discouraged. I was too. But to see him stand up, both of them, to stand up and say, sorry, we're not closing down, that's inspirational, right?
Woo!
It's inspirational. And everybody is watching. Everybody is watching, okay? There's a lot of business owners that are kind of on the fence right now, going back and forth, but this is it. We just need to call out these judges' bluffs, call out Inslee, call out all these politicians, just stay open and keep going forward. That's the only way, guys. That's the only way. That's the only way to move forward peacefully. The last example that I want to give, okay, I talk about it because it was so inspirational. When they arrested 2 people in Moscow, Idaho for worshiping, okay, they did that to hopefully make the whole town too afraid to worship, basically. What a disgusting thing. But instead of hiding, okay, they rescheduled it. 2 days later, they had 1,000 people come out and worship, right?
Yes!
See, this is it. You call out their bluff. You call them out. You do not run. You do not hide. You show up, and those people were willing to get arrested, right? They didn't know what was going to happen. But when they push back, when they push on us, we got to push back tenfold, whatever it takes, okay? Whatever it takes. But we need the numbers. We need the numbers, and we need people to show up. We need people to be able to spread the word. We got to stop watching TV, stop watching football, stop living your normal American lives because right now you're fighting for your lives, okay? You're fighting for the future, for your children and your grandchildren, okay? The decisions that you guys make today, now, in this time era, is going to have a huge impact on people who aren't even alive yet, okay? So get up and fight like our forefathers did. Get up and fight because they granted us freedom for so many generations because of the sacrifices that they made. In the future, they're going to look back on 2020 is over, thank God, okay? Say goodbye to 2020. 2021 is the new year, and this will be a beautiful year for freedom, okay?
Yes!
Let's make it that way. But the choice is yours, okay? The choice is yours. However 2021 goes, it is up to you. It's up to you guys in the communities. Can I get an amen?
Amen!
Hi, I'm Mike. I've worked at Stuffy's about 20 years, so I know Bud and Glenda pretty well. They're kind of like adopted parents to me, so they've been there for me for anything, and so I'm just trying to help them out with this. And they just got some more information today. They got the official paperwork with their temporary restraining order with their court date on Thursday, so they just found out about today. And they also got a certified letter from Labor Industries letting them know they've already accrued $129,000 in fines. Just imagine how that could make you feel. I can't imagine how it makes them feel, but they're fearless. Glenda said it's on her bucket list to go to jail, and she's not giving up. We're doing what we can, but it's insane. It's going to take one word from the governor, and suddenly what we've been doing, what we did between the 2 lockdowns, is going to be just fine. But right now it's bad. So it's just insane, and they're not giving up. And you know, I don't care if the virus was 10 times worse. We have a right to own businesses. We have a right to be open. We have a right to have jobs. And you know, I don't see it. I don't see the emergency personally, but we're going to do what we can, and that's it. So thank you. They really appreciate you. They just couldn't be here today. They got a lot going on, a lot of irons in the fire. Because that's kind of the thing is they're really blitzing these businesses. They're hitting them so hard and so fast they can't even prepare a decent legal defense. So I think we're going to lose, and then win big in the end. So everyone just keep doing what you're doing and get everyone up out of their couches and out here, and we'll take care of this.
Yes! Woo!
Thank you, Mike. All right, next up we have Ken Morris, the state committee man for Thurston County Republican Party.
Thank you. Hey, how many people are from Seattle and Tacoma? Yeah, give it up for you guys. How many people from Lewis County? All right, welcome. Hey, just a little bit about me before I dive into this. I started the Olympia Tea Party with Native Americans Carl and Crystal Pike back in 2009, and we had a great run at it. One of the things that I come to the conclusion, though, last year was that with all the rallies, and I love rallies, keep doing it. What you're doing here is absolutely critical, but you need to add one more thing, and then you need to add getting into the Republican Party and keeping it dead centered on conservatism and your freedoms and the Constitution. Now, before I go any further, I want to just say hello from Kelly Payne, our newly elected chairman in Thurston County. We have a dynamic executive board, really talented people. It's very conservative, but we need more of you. If you live in Thurston County, come see me. We're building teams in each precinct. We need precinct committee officers that we can appoint and build teams around you so that we can do the hard work of getting people out to vote. What I realized as a Tea Party organizer is it wasn't enough. It was good to have rallies. It was good to organize, but it wasn't enough. You need to elect better people to office. And the train that's going there is the Republican Party. So thank you very much for letting me speak. And come see me if you're in Thurston County. I'll tell you about how you can get involved, and we're going to win this thing. We hang together, we will win it. Guaranteed.
So take me as you find me, all my fears and failures, and fill my life again. I give my life to follow everything I believe.